Actually, I would say more than Flipkart and more than e-commerce. I think the Big Billion Day has become a countrywide event for the retail sector in India. Actually, the Big Billion Day kicks off the festival shopping season in India, and we were very glad that we kicked it off on the 20th. It lasted for 5 days. Very exciting 5 days. We are very, very happy with the results. The way we look at our business is actually through the lens of a customer. So most important metrics for us are customer metrics. We are very glad that most of our customer metrics actually doubled versus last year. Customer count, the repeats of customers, new customers, all of those metrics have actually done extremely well for us. Most of the categories which we have led with, including categories like fashion, smartphones, appliances, home and kitchen, electronic devices, all of them have actually gained disproportionate share during the event. So we are very happy about it. Obviously, the building is a bit tired of the event right now, so people are taking a break today, but very, very exciting.
All right. You know, in terms of categories, you mentioned large appliances, mobiles, and fashion lots. So we've seen this even the previous year, the last 2 years. So, you know, is that something that you had anticipated? These categories are the ones that would really drive demand this year as well?
Actually, see, the way Flipkart builds any kind of a product initiative or category is through fundamentally solving for it for the customer. So we just don't decide on launching a category and launch it in 2 months. So we decided to launch furniture as a category, for example, about a year back. We just launched it like 2 weeks back. So it has taken about 11 months for us to go live with the category. Next year, you'll actually see a much bigger impact coming from categories like furniture, right? So as I was saying, so today's categories are these 4 or 5 big categories which we have led with, but we are a horizontal platform. We'll actually play in each and every category. As the years go, you'll see a lot more categories coming in and us becoming a clear market leader in those categories as well.
Got it. Also, Kalyan, you know, any specific trend that you've noticed that has stood out from the previous sale, because you're manning the previous sale as well this year? What has really transitioned? You were, when we're talking, mentioned about the prepaid orders really going up significantly.
See, before that, I'll just share something else with you. That, you know, there has been talk in the market that the e-commerce market is growing at 50%, 60%. I just want to share that, you know, these numbers should not limit anybody's ambitions in the market today. This is a very good example. An event of this kind of a scale we pulled off with these kind of growth numbers. So I think we should all be very, very embracing of the fact that the market is actually really big. The growth numbers will be way bigger than what people have been talking about. Specifically, actually, we've seen a big jump in prepaid transactions. Last year, less than 50% of our transactions were checked out on prepaid. This time, it's just less than 60%. A very good jump we've seen. Other trends, I would say, tier 2, tier 3 cities, contribution to the total mix continues to increase. Actually, last year, I think it was in the 50-something range. We've seen a 5 percentage point increase in that number as well. These are some of the trends we've noticed this time.
Definitely exciting times for the e-commerce space. Kalyan, I have to ask you, I was also talking to your team while the Big Billion Day kicked off, and they told me the clear mandate from Kalyan is that we need to have a 70-30 lead compared to competition. Also, the competition in itself, the sale happened at the same time. So has the team in that sense delivered on that promise of 70-30 lead? Has that happened this time?
Yeah, I would say, you know, in India right now, there is no clear ways to measure market share, but from whatever we are able to triangulate, I would say it's at least 70%. In many categories, we've actually had a disproportionate share. Categories like fashion, smartphones, electronic devices, these categories we've had, I personally believe, obviously there is a bit of a bias there, it's well over 70%.